Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to use Draw.io. Diagrams.net is a free online application for making diagrams. You can create different kinds of diagrams like flowcharts, wireframes, UML diagrams, organizational charts, and network diagrams. It is easy to use. You just drag and drop shapes to make your diagrams. There are lots of shapes and templates to choose from. First, go to the Draw.io website. It works with cloud storage platforms like Google Drive, so you can easily save and share your diagrams. Select the platform that you want to continue with. One great thing about Diagrams.net is that you don't have to make an account or sign up. This means you can start making diagrams right away without giving any personal information. Next, click on Create New Diagram. If you already have a diagram you want to work on, you can click on Open Existing Diagram instead. But since we are making a new diagram, we will choose Create New Diagram. In the Template Manager, you will need to give your flowchart a name. You can start with a specific template or a blank diagram. We'll choose the blank diagram option and then click Create. Shapes in Diagrams.net are organized into groups called General. However, you won't see all of them at once because there are too many. To see more, you can expand or collapse a shape library in the left panel by clicking on its name. Default, you will see the General Shapes library, which has common shapes like rectangles, circles, and arrows. There are other libraries too, like flowchart arrows and UML, which have shapes for specific purposes. You can access more libraries by clicking on the More Shapes button at the bottom left. Once you have selected a shape library, you can drag shapes onto the canvas to make your diagram. You can also use the search bar to find shapes quickly. You can click on a shape in the library and add it directly. Double-click on an empty area and choose a shape from the options, or drag a shape onto the canvas. If you want to delete a shape, right-click on it and select the option of Delete. To add more shapes to show the next steps in your process, you can hover over a shape on the canvas and see 4 direction arrows. You can resize the shapes as you want, or you can even add texts inside them. Clicking on one of these arrows adds a shape connected to the original one. Click and drag this line to the other shape to connect them and give a direction. Alternatively, you can drag a shape from the library and drop it onto one of the arrows to connect it in that direction. You can use these methods to add as many shapes as you need to finish your diagram. To move a shape, click on it and drag it to where you want it on the drawing canvas. This lets you adjust the position of the shape easily. If you need to change the size of a shape, it's just as simple. First, select the shape you want to resize. Then drag any of the round handles that appear around the edges of the shape. Pulling them in makes the shape smaller, while pulling them out makes it larger. Hold down the Control key while resizing to keep the shape centered. To rotate a shape, first select it. Then a round arrow called the rotate handle will appear at the top right corner of the shape. Click and drag this handle to rotate the shape and around its center point. You can also specify the rotation angle using the rotation dialog box. If you need to manipulate multiple shapes together, hold down the Shift or Command key and click on the shapes you want to select. This lets you move, resize, rotate, or delete them all together. These tools are handy when working on complex diagrams with many shapes. To delete a shape, click on it. You can also select multiple shapes by holding down the Shift or Command key and clicking on them. Once selected, press the backspace or delete key, or use the delete tool in the toolbar. This removes the shape from the canvas. To share your flowchart, click on File in the top left corner, then select Export As from the menu. You can export your diagram in different formats, like PNG, JPEG, SVG, PDF, and more. Another option is to export it as a URL. This creates a long URL that others can view but not edit. It is useful for sharing diagrams with people who only need to see them. As you can see, your diagram has been saved. And there you have it, a beginner's guide to using diagrams. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Hope you got some value. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get notified of new videos.